do your own research, read blogs, you can watch other YouTubers, do a combination of everything. Whatever helps you get as many perspectives as possible so that you can make your own decision. What's up guys, Kevin Cage here with another crypto update. Hope everybody's doing well today. We're going to catch up and dive into XRP, the XRP price chart, tons of crypto news, and I really hope you enjoy this one because we have some really interesting things to share. And first, before I dive into the content, I did want to share some of our experiences out here in Puerto Rico. For those that don't know, we've been hit really hard by Hurricane Fiona. I wanted to talk a little bit about that. If you want to get right into the crypto news and you don't care about that, feel free to fast forward this video just a few minutes and we'll get into some really good content. If you guys follow me on Instagram, also linked in the video description, I shared a few pictures out here in Puerto Rico. And the thing about Puerto Rico is this is an incredibly small island in the middle of the Caribbean. When a hurricane or even a tropical storm comes, it can get hit incredibly hard. And it's not necessarily the damage of the hurricane itself, it is the after effects. Because the infrastructure, we don't have the same accessibility that a lot of people have in Florida or Texas in the United States. This is a small Caribbean island that is 110 miles by 35 miles, so pretty small. A lot smaller than where I came from. I came from Chicago in Illinois. So these are pictures of mudslides, landslides. There are thousands of homes that have been destroyed. And just going through these pictures, I took this picture right here, trees down completely. Dogs were in fact rescued here, so that's good news. You can see just land completely cracking. And different homes have been completely flooded. And unlike in the States, homes here are built completely from concrete. So it's not just cheap material. Like where I'm from in Illinois, the homes were cheap. Like I could take a sledgehammer and just go right through the wall. And here it's a lot harder. And of course the homes are more durable, but the water in some areas was flooding to the second, third, and fourth story. And I know that sounds absolutely insane. My part of the island was not hit nearly as bad. And keep in mind that Hurricane Maria in 2017 was significantly stronger than this. So this in the scheme of things was nothing, except Hurricane Fiona, this current hurricane, was moving slower, and therefore the total rainfall accumulation was higher than Maria. So the flooding in places is arguably worse. So I have no running water currently in my house, and it has been days. The power has been out for days. I know some parts of the island are coming back. Luckily, I am running off a generator, so I have power, and I'm using gas. They're running out of gas right now, so there have been some gas shortages, and there are several gas stations that are completely out of gas, but I think we're going to be good. I was talking to buddies, and they have their water back, so that'll be nice. And yeah, so past few days, just been showering with a bucket of rainwater or water that I'm buying at a store, and literally just using a bucket and a cup and giving myself a shower. So it's definitely been a humbling experience. We'll see how the property is. There is some damage to the concrete where I'm at. And my thoughts and prayers go out to everybody that has been affected by this storm in any way, even outside of Puerto Rico. I just hope everybody can recover. It's super crazy to see these types of experiences. I've never personally just been out of water. I like camping, don't get me wrong. I've been camping a lot. I have no problem, showering in a lake or something. But out here when it's 100 degrees inside, you have to gather water to even flush the toilet. You can't wash dishes. You can't wash your hands. You can't shower. You can't wash your clothes. It's definitely a wake-up call, and I can tell you that it's definitely helped me put things into perspective in terms of what's really important. And you can see Hurricane Maria in 2017 that devastated Puerto Rico had about 3,000 deaths. I think this number is complete BS. If you watch a bunch of documentaries, there were many more indirect fatalities that people that actually died from the after effects even weeks and months after Hurricane Maria. From infection from the dirty water that can have all types of chemicals, oil, gas, sewage. But overall, we're all good over here, guys. Let's just say I'm extremely motivated to make a difference in the future. And this will be linked right in the top of the YouTube video description. I also posted this on Twitter, a few ways that we can all help Puerto Rico, including some disaster relief programs. So much appreciated for anybody that's able to help out, and let's get into the video. Alright, so looking at the XRP price chart, we had some movement today, and earlier this week we got news that a whale bought 500 million XRP. There's been some new developments with the XRP lawsuit. I highly recommend just following an attorney that's following it closely, like Johnny Deaton, Jeremy Hogan, and James Filan. And looking at the XRP price chart, even without any type of news catalysts, we are still due for a backtest. I know we've been talking about this since June, nearly for 3 months. We have to come up and just backtest. In markets, even bear markets, some alts are down 90%. For XRP compared to the 21 high, we've dropped, let's just say 85%. We are still due eventually for some type of retracement. So even if you're not really well versed with TA, start on a high time frame such as a monthly, weekly, 3-day, or daily, and look at all of the historical data. When in doubt, zoom out. And what we can see is just a game of support and resistance. We have other assets that have climbed much higher up to these levels, and I'll show examples. In last month on YouTube, we were talking about the same exact thing, and we were talking about DAG hitting a 382 Fibonacci retracement, and XRP still down here in the 30-cent region, along with Algo and a few others, whereas others have gotten a pop up to the 382. If XRP simply follows this in the weeks or months ahead, depending how slow this algorithm is running, I personally believe XRP will still come up here to 50 cents. Do I believe that XRP creates a new all-time high in the future? Yes, without a doubt. But how long are we going to be stuck ranging, playing a game of pinball between the support and resistance? So I'll show examples. Just a reminder, we have DAG up here, we have ETH, we have Curve, we have Atom, we have dozens, and then there's others that are reaching a full 786 or even a 702, including Uniswap, QNT, and Ethereum Classic. So if you're playing a game of support and resistance, you can see that double bottom here for XRP. If it simply follows and does what other assets have done in the weeks ahead, I believe we get up to 50 cents. So now looking at the entire XRP price chart, we can see we're currently at 39 cents going all the way across. We can see this is in fact a key level. Serving as resistance right there, resistance right there, resistance right there. Even as far back during that first impulse in May of 2017. Now turning the lights on, we can see I mapped this zone at 52 cents. All we're doing, and what I've been doing for the past 3 months, is drawing a Fibonacci retracement to be super conservative on the swing high of the April-March high to the low in June. And we can use other swing highs if you want to look at some of these retracements as well, but I just want to be conservative, and I have compared over 70 different altcoins currently. And we're just using this swing high as the wick. We could use this essentially a double top. And what do we see so far? We've been in this range for over 3 months. We're finally breaking to the upside and hitting pretty damn close to the 236 Fibonacci retracement. Also aligning with this previous level of resistance. We have to get above this 42-43 cent region, start closing daily candles, and battle through the retracements before we can get up to that 52 cent level. So just remember the 382 Fibonacci retracement using the March-April high. Doing the same exact thing for DAG or Constellation, we can see we've made it up a triple top at the 50% retracement. And notice from these lows, it still backtested these key levels all the way back here of July of last year. Now, which assets are lagging? We have HBAR doing absolutely nothing. I'm still watching these levels. We know Coinbase will be listing it in the future. There's been delays, of course, which is frustrating. And even Algo, another one. We have a triple bottom at 68 cents, right around that 618 Fibonacci retracement. Assets will eventually retrace, specifically those that have hundreds of millions of dollars in funding, such as Algo, HBAR, XRP. And these alts are critical for central bank digital currency infrastructure. And many of them have live proof of concepts and pilots today with real central banks. Now zooming out on Algo, just really quick, I know we've been going over this for a while, we can see this is a key level dating back to even July 2019 going across, resistance, breaking through, triple bottom during the last bullish cycle, another level of support, one more retracement than we had the crash, about a 90% crash. So my personal call, right or wrong, for these assets, including Algo and XRP, is these are laggards. We have others up here, and I'm going to go through a bunch of examples. I personally believe that these assets are lagging, whether they're even months behind some other alts. I know Bitcoin's dumping and ruining some of the fun, but the XRP Bitcoin chart was also primed and due, and I know we went over that. So once again, Ethereum, from the high, March-April high to the low, in consolidation, boom, got that break, made it up to the 382. API 3, same exact thing, using the March-April high, where did it go? Wick to perfection at the 382 Fibonacci retracement. But we can see double bottoms right here, 1 and 2 were in fact retested right there at a double top. Let's do the same thing for Curve, this March-April high right there on the wick to the low of the June low, we can see reaching a 382 Fibonacci retracement, 1, 2, 3, and 4, whereas others are still down here. We have Engine doing the same thing. Notice these previous wicks were in fact tested at the 236 to perfection, and this is basically what XRP has done per the 236. And notice that even Engine came back down with this recent Bitcoin dump, tons of volatility. We have Energy Web being a prime example of tight consolidation and then breaking out of this range all the way up to the 618. QNT, same exact thing, using this March-April high wick to wick to that June low, we can see a beautifully strong recovery obeying this level to perfection, rejecting the 786. We have EOS also making it up as high as the 50% retracement right there and there. And even Ethereum Classic wick to wick, breaking out of this range, going as high as the 786, just like QNT, and rejecting, back to the 382. We can see these two wicks right there were serving as resistance. We finally broke through, and now we're coming right back down to that level. We also have some liquid alts, microcaps, and small cap coins like Loom, using this high wick to wick, the March-April high, and then blasting, even creating a new high right there. At least taking out this March-April level, and we can see that wick takes us right to the candle body. We also have Atom or Cosmos as another example from the high to the low, with a nice and steady V-shaped recovery instead of being sideways in consolidation for a long time, making it up to the 236, additional consolidation, then getting that pop up to the 382. And just one final example right here for Cosmos is we have a double bottom. These wicks, let's plot a horizontal ray right there. Ready? So right there, 1, 2, key level right there. And where did we go? Wick to perfection. Right there. Hopefully you can see how clean this level is. So I just showed you a few examples of what we've been watching over the past several months, being stuck in this range for almost 3 months. Like, let's just go from this June low. We can see up until today, we're 95, 96 days. We got that pop initially, which is great, but we have to stay above this level. We still have a lot of resistance to fight through. And then once we break through this, let's just say 43, 44 cent area, then we can finally make our way up to 50 cents. And we can look at other levels and, these wicks down there, down here, and just really plot a zone. And I know the market caps are completely different, so it's not always fair to compare alts like for like, but if we did follow per the retracements that QNT, ETC, even Uniswap have done, we'd make it up all the way up here. And last one, we have Matic right there, making it up to the 50% retracement. We're going to plot a horizontal line right on this 50% retracement where we tagged it, and let's see if there's any other key levels that were backtested. Right there and there. And here's a few other things I want to list off that I personally believe is critical for XRP. And remember, none of this is financial advice. I'm just one man with one subjective perspective. Do your own research, read blogs, you can watch other YouTubers, do a combination of everything. Whatever helps you get as many perspectives as possible so that you can make your own decision. What's fascinating is XRP is still ranked in the top 10, ranked 6 by market cap while facing the SEC for almost 2 years. If any other project was attacked by the SEC and there was a lawsuit, they most likely would not remain in the top 10 on CoinMarketCap. XRP was delisted by dozens of exchanges. They're launching new corridors all the time. They actually just launched one yesterday. The XRP ledger has been around for 10 years with zero downtime. And there's hundreds of millions of dollars in funding for the coming years. So even if you don't like the price action, the probability that XRP will survive is massive, because there's live utility today being used by real financial institutions. Hopefully XLS20 gets bumped up sooner than later. I hate waiting just as much as the next guy, but I do believe NFTs will be huge on the XRP ledger. Also considering the $250 million fund, $250 million at their disposal for NFTs on the XRP ledger. Smart contract functionality with sidechains and also automated market makers and DeFi coming, including bridges to other ecosystems. Flare Networks or Flare Network is just icing on the cake. We have central bank digital currency pilots and partners with privacy features which banks absolutely need. They will not be using Bitcoin. Now, do banks hold a bunch of Bitcoin? Yeah, they actually do. But they're not going to be using Bitcoin to process cross-border payments. Ripple has hundreds of full-time employees. And XRP continues to be the black sheep of crypto for a reason. It's one of the most ridiculed, most hated, and most misunderstood projects in the entire space. And if you're new to XRP or you hate XRP, please just understand the escrow feature that Ripple set up. These are smart contracts that programmatically lock the XRP. It cannot be dumped. This is in their best interest for XRP to be at a high valued price in the future. We just want more corridors. We want more use cases outside of just Ripple with cross-border payments. And there are use cases being built every single day. We want higher levels of volume, real volume, not just wash trading between exchanges. And if XRP gets positive regulatory clarity in the future as a commodity, as a payment token, utility token, or a currency, which I believe will be the case, there's going to be other institutions besides just retailers holding XRP as a potential store of value, which could be absolutely gigantic. Even if exchanges hold more XRP when they relist it, that reduces the circulating supply. Also, Dan Morehead, one of the wealthiest men in all of crypto that started one of the largest and first crypto hedge funds, said XRP will still be here in 10 years. So what do you think that means long term? We have Raoul Pal, former Goldman Sachs, talking about XRP recently again. He also holds XRP, and then he mentioned the top 10 Bitwise index that holds the top 10 projects. When regulatory clarity is back and exchanges hold XRP once again, there could be hundreds of millions of dollars in buy pressure for XRP because they'll have to buy it for it to be in the top 10 Bitwise index. We have the former DTCC CEO, that's a tongue twister, was an advisor to Ripple, alongside other power players including former CFTC chair. There are over 24 corridors live today with on-demand liquidity using XRP for real utility. And multiple nations said XRP is not a security. We even have the former SEC chair, Mary Jo White, saying that the SEC today is dead wrong about the Ripple vs. SEC case. The former SEC chair is on Ripple's side. Over 90% of Ripple customers and RippleNet volume is outside of the US. XRP still has positive clarity in other nations including Japan, the UK, the UAE, Singapore, which is going to be huge for blockchain. And Robbie or Robert Mitchnick, who wrote that XRP valuation paper with Susan Athey, who's on the board of directors of Ripple, and she was also at the Bilderberg conference. Some of the most powerful people in the world were in attendance. They showed with the success case of XRP's adoption with, on-demand liquidity or XRapid back in the day, that XRP could reach $6 to $30, but that doesn't even account for other use cases that are being built. And I'm not sure if Robbie is a former VP or if he's still the current VP at BlackRock, but we know how huge BlackRock is. And BlackRock and Fidelity each invested $200 million into Circle, the firm, over USDC. So even without conspiracies, and sure, I entertain conspiracies, I get excited just like anybody, but just looking at the data, it is still compelling without any type of conspiracies. There's tons of coincidences, there's things that make me even wonder, don't get me wrong. Now I hold XRP, if we moon, awesome. I don't want to rely on conspiracies though. I want to be very conservative, and guess what? With the Sum wallet, the XUMM wallet, a mobile app for XRP, there is an escrow function. So what I did, and I know I shared this a while ago, is I actually locked up some XRP, a very small portion, until 2025. So that means in 2025, on a specific date, it will get unlocked and then sent back to my wallet. And that's just me playing with different functions on top of the XRP ledger, and to make sure that, I don't sell all my XRP beforehand. So just wanted to point out all of that. There's tons of things going on, micropayments, you name it. World Economic Forum connections. So I even retweeted this just so some new people potentially see this. And outside of the maximalism and the negativity in every single community that does exist, unfortunately, I do believe the majority of the XRP community is extremely intelligent. And I've spoken with a bunch of people over the years, all because I started doing YouTube videos. I've done over 1,000 videos on XRP, and there's been some people that have done way more than me. They're doing daily videos or 2 videos a day. And doing that allowed me to meet and get in contact with a lot of great people on Twitter, on YouTube, at different blockchain events, you name it. So anyways, I'm excited for the future, guys. It has been a crazy week by me. I'm going to really cover a variety of other alts in the future. It's been days since my last video updates, so I want to play a bunch of catch up. I have a lot of things organized for future videos, so I hope you guys tune in, and I'm going to keep working hard, and I am extremely optimistic for the future. If you enjoyed this video, I'd greatly appreciate hitting the like button and subscribing. Let me know your thoughts down below. And as always, my link tree is linked right in the top of this YouTube video description with all links, crypto resources, and discounts. I'll catch you in the next one.